attracting ladies like olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
With a great name.
Great name.
And little side, like flattened down, sleek down hair.
Yeah.
Like a little alfalfa.
Yeah.
Oh, olive oil. I want to be olive oil. Oh, Popeye. Oh my God, I just remembered that.
Stay hydrated. First thing in the morning, tired and yawning. What you gonna do?
Rolling. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Stay Hydrated. That was the first time I did 3 hellos.
Amazing.
I'm just changing it up. Another episode of Stay Hydrated with my sister Elizabeth Hall.
And my brother Christopher Hall.
And we are super excited to welcome to your headphones today the wonderful Jordan Gray is here.
Hello, and hello. No relation. There's someone on my own. Related, not related. But maybe one day. I don't know.
We don't know.
Give him the triple
could be.
hello.
That's life.
Yeah, anything could happen. Yeah. We were just talking about how the question, how are you? In this economy is there's too many possible answers.
Too big. Don't make me unload that on you.
Scary.
A little question. What did you have for breakfast? That's a lovely way to
A great jumping off point.
start and finish a conversation.
Yeah.
That's fine. How are you? Do you want to know? Do you really want to know? How are you, Liz? I don't care.
I know, be honest.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a nice thing to say.
I'm going to give you the answer anyway.
Yeah, please.
I'm okay.
Good.
How about you?
I'm okay. See, I took your lead on that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Actually, when you said it, I didn't feel all that coming out. I was like, no, okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Chris, how are you?
Where to begin? No, I'm good. I've been saying that everyone always said, I think it's repeated a lot, but I am such a summer
Baby.
baby.
Were you going to say baby?
I'm such a summer baby.
Yeah, summer
So
baby.
much more productive, so much more happier, so much more optimistic. My friend said, don't you feel limitless? And I was like, I feel limitless. I could do, I mean, I'm not, obviously there are some limits, but I'm feeling
What
good
are they?
because the sun is out. The sun is out.
I'm one of them autumn people. I get all excited when things get sort of cozy and spooky in the autumn. That's my time to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, when everyone else is going to sleep. I like it when it rains and I like it when it's autumn. That's when I get my work done. But you're a
Interesting.
plant. You're a photosynthetic sort of a person.
Very that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps me get up in the morning and I feel, I have a spring in my step.
Okay.
And when people start to, layering up, and I'm going to get my scarf out, and then I see how autumn people get energized with the layers.
God, yeah.
And it's just couldn't be me, but
It's not you.
That's the differences make us
Here we
special.
are, Liz. Season. Go.
I feel too big of a question. I'm
you're
just
right.
about to. No, I think I can take a moment from each. I really appreciate when it's 8:00 p.m. in the summer and it's still light out.
Okay.
I love that. I love sort of like an evening walk.
Interesting.
My summer wardrobe is terrible, non-existent. I'm wearing a plaid long sleeve shirt today.
I almost wore your outfit today. I was so close to it, and then I picked all this stuff. But
Honestly, in another life, I
love
came
a
in
plaid.
that. Like,
Let's swap. Why are we not swapping
why are we
clothes right
why
now?
are we stopping ourselves?
That-
It's very that, and I feel this is all I have. I'm kind of a cartoon character. I just wear this.
Love it. Like Daria, a little bit of a Daria vibe. She had a plaid shirt, didn't she? Daria.
Very, yeah.
Daria. Was it Daria?
Daria and her blonde sister was Quinn.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
It was a cartoon, and she talked like this. Daria.
She's very acerbic.
And she had a friend with
think
a sort of brunette bob.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know
It
who
was
you're
like
talking about.
just the tropes of being in high school. The jock, the
Right.
stoner, the smart person. And that was the whole joke. There wasn't, it didn't go
Right.
any deeper than that.
Yeah.
Being in bed, in the summertime when it's 8:00, just reminds me of being told it's bedtime as a kid, but the sun's still out and you're like, why are we in bed?
I know.
10:00 at night, like the sun's just going down, father. That's not okay. So it makes me, the sunshine makes me sad. That's my reveal. You asked me how I am, the sunshine makes me sad.
So
Interesting.
you're not good right now.
I'm really struggling. I'm a vampire. I thought I was a vampire. We played that game the other day. Are you a vampire or a werewolf? Let's go around and do it very, very quick.
Yeah,
You've only got
no,
one
I
answer to
Okay,
it.
fun.
Would you say that you're a vampire or a werewolf? And I was like, I'm obviously a vampire. And everyone agreed I was a werewolf. And it made me sad and mad. I'm obviously a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were people's thoughts?
I don't know, because it's got loads of hair. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure.
Right.
But I'm a proper vampire. What do you reckon? Why don't you answer for each other?
I would say only because of your nocturnal habits, I'd say you were a vampire.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would kind of say you're maybe a werewolf.
Really?
I think you could be either.
Okay.
But I think you're like kind of fun and kooky.
Okay.
I did a shimmy just for
the audible
Sure.
consumers.
Yeah.
I would say you kind of like go crazy at night.
Okay, yeah, but only some nights.
But
only a
only
few
some
nights.
nights.
Yes, you're right. Once a month.
But only when the
occasion,
moon's
yeah.
out.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Wow, that is a fun game.
This one will be awake all night and then asleep like sort of into the morning when it is both curtains open, sun.
Right.
And I go, this girl can sleep.
Yeah. I do something that I call sunflowering, which is like I'll be like facing the sun, like as it's coming through the window, like, and my neck will be like twisted. I'll wake up and be like,
right.
ah. But I literally like my face
Oh my God, that's
travels
amazing.
towards the sun.
Oh, I never heard of that in a mammal before. That's really cool. I like
There
that.
you go. Yeah, talk about photosynthesizing.
Yeah.
That
I
is.
had a little book when I was a kid, and it was just pictures, and it was like solve the murder on this page, and one of them was a picture of like the plant had like during the murder got knocked off a shelf and had moved, and it was facing a different way, and they were like, oh, you can tell it was that guy because plants, he would have been facing the sun. I'm paraphrasing this entire thing,
Right,
not very
right.
well, but they solved a crime because the plant would move towards the sun. It obviously got knocked off, and he lied and said I hadn't touched the plant. It's like, well, he did it because clearly the plant's facing away from the window. Bum, bum, bum.
We need to find that book.
Yeah. Good detectives, good life skills.
Good 8-year-old detective skills.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
8 years old. It was a cartoon.
And you would say you're a vampire.
Yeah, because I'm all lithe and got pointy ears and little pointy head. And I don't go crazy at night time. I'm just very stoic.
Yeah,
I just
nice.
stare
Right.
at people and look thirsty.
Yeah.
I don't make a lot of noise. Like, so yeah, but it's just a weird thing when everyone agrees. Like one thing, they were like, obviously a werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like,
I guess so. I'm all right, guys. And then just crying on the inside.
Yeah, not
my
nice.
I know
Friends,
werewolf.
my friends don't see me. For who
That's
I-
all it is.
who I
Love a
am.
werewolf. Don't get me wrong. Bloody love a werewolf. Right down the camera lens. Love a werewolf.
To the werewolf
But just,
community.
it's just that I'm not one. So,
Yeah.
so someone said I was like, I don't know, a boy.
That-
I'm not one.
That's
Yeah.
not me.
That's not who I am.
Yeah.
To identify your question earlier, what did you have for breakfast?
I just, on the way up here in the elevator, I had a bag of Maltesers.
Lovely.
Yeah, and I
That's
tried
my
to
kind
offer
of
them to
breakfast.
everyone and no one wanted them. And
Oh.
I kind of get it. I'm a stranger.
Yeah.
I don't take sweets from me, but like, they're Maltesers. They're sealed in a bag.
Yeah. That
And
is
they're
my
delicious.
type of
They're
breakfast.
really good. They're more sort of an idea than they are food. There's more air in them than there is actual physical content.
Well,
I'm
they're
just
also-
offering you a concept.
Yeah, yeah,
covered
yeah.
in chocolate.
They're also a game. If we share them, we can do
The game.
we can blow them up into the sky and catch them.
Maybe for your visual viewers, we could pretend and you could superimpose in. Like
Yeah.
I fell.
I got it in.
You well done. I saw that. It did definitely go in.
Yeah.
But I loved doing that as a kid. That was my one party trick, I'd say.
Yeah.
Nothing else going on, but that I was blowing Maltesers up into the air and catching them.
Yeah, you were.
On my own, just in
Yeah.
the living room.
I think that's fair.
You got to put the hours in before you take it out
It's
on
a
the
craft.
road.
It's a craft.
Yeah.
It really is. I feel I've got it. Is that kind of like a typical breakfast?
Yeah, I eat lots and lots of sweets. I used to be very healthy person and try to run on low burning carbs or slow burning carbs. But then you do it once, you're like, I'll have an energy drink and some mints for breakfast. And then your body's like, well, that's what we're working with now. Why would you ever give me a sweet potato? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now
We'll
I've
make it
been doing
work.
that for about 3 years. Since my career took off, really, I've been really deeply unhealthy.
Just Tangfastics.
You got to
and-
keep going.
God, I love Tangfastics so much. And I'm a vegetarian, so when I have the gelatin gummies, I do feel a little bit guilty, but
Right.
mostly chocolate. And I think my body knows as well. Like I've got like scans coming up everywhere for all these different bits. I think it's just sugar overload.
Oh, really?
I think it's
Right.
crystallizing in me.
But it's keeping you going.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Talking about your career taking off, everything is so exciting at the moment. It's been exciting.
It's mad.
I wanted to ask, your show a couple of years ago, Is It a Bird, was amazing. I saw it in Edinburgh and then I saw it at Soho.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
It was absolutely incredible. I was telling Elizabeth all about it because you didn't get a chance to see it.
It's available to stream now on Channel 4 if
We
you
can
want
do
to
that.
watch it.
Is
We
it?
should do that.
Yeah, it just came out
Done.
in the winter, I think.
Make sure you do that, everybody, and we will as well. It's
that's very
fabulous.
sweet.
You're an amazing comedian. You're an amazing musician.
Thank you.
What came? It was one of the crafts coming. Did it come first?
Yeah. So I started with Maltesers. That was my first
Right,
Maltesers
okay.
first.
And then I was like, oh, this whistling sound I'm making, oh, that's got a musical tonality to it. And then I was a pop singer for 10 years, straight out of college. I had a little keyboard and played piano, and I did all Europe, and I brought out like 7 albums. Problem was I didn't have a genre, so you
Okay.
couldn't pin me down because I didn't want to be pigeonholed. That doesn't work in the music industry. So I did
Right.
like a rap album and an opera album and everything. And they're all available somewhere. And then I did The Voice in 2016, and I decided I don't want to do this anymore. It was a really fun experience, but I was like, I want to be a comedian instead. It's way more fun and immediate. And if you write a hit song as a singer, you have to play that song every gig for the rest of your life.
Yes.
I get bored so fast. And I just didn't want to do that anymore. So I'd do like the Pride circuits, and I'd do like these medleys, like that would just get longer every year, but the same songs. Because I didn't want to I don't know, like it's like sourdough. You just keep adding to it. And
yeah.
The mother.
and then I was like, oh God, I've been doing these same songs for years. And so I just quit and I moved to Sweden for a couple of years, had a little bit of a break.
Amazing.
Got engaged, became a woman. And then I came back and I became a comedian.
What a
I feel
trajectory.
like it could be a biopic. Honestly,
There's got to be a biopic soon.
Yeah, maybe that's the next thing.
You went to Sweden, the home of pop music.
I did. I was in Sweden when Eurovision won when Eurovision won the Sweden.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking to that sentence.
Yes.
In like, I don't know, whenever that was. They win all the time, but like
Yeah.
2018 or 2019. And it kicked off. Oh my God. I was in a dance room. I believe it's called a disco or a bar.
Yeah.
And I was dancing.
A dance room.
I was dancing in a dance room because that's what you do in a dance room. And someone knocked into me and I lost a tooth I've just remembered this story.
Biopic.
So I spent they're all just kicking off. We won. I'm not going to do the accent. We won Eurovision. And it's just me looking for my tooth on the floor. That's one of my last memories of being a man. Yeah. It's so strange.
And what a special one.
Yeah.
Losing a tooth at a Eurovision fallout
Yeah.
as well is quite the collision of events.
Yeah. And also I eat so much sweets, I was going to lose a tooth at some point. But
right.
I've got little plastic teeth there and there now. I made them myself. They're made of little plastic beads. So I click them in and out like Lego.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for tea. Perfect for
Eating
ingesting
sweets.
all the sugar. Yeah. Just ripping them to shreds.
No one will know.
Yeah.
So then I became a comedian and then it all kicked off really fast. Things just went really, really well. And then Is It a Bird in 22. And then my life since then's just been a blur. It's been mad.
All over.
Yeah.
You did the Palladium?
Did the London Palladium. I
Amazing.
did Friday Night Live, which was a television show when I decided to go on and play the piano with a part of one's body what one does not traditionally play the piano with. And it made loads of people really angry. But a lot of people liked it. I'd say more liked it. I'd like to hope that happened. And then I played the Palladium and then I went to Melbourne and did the same thing again. It's just been mad.
Yeah.
It's been really strange. And that is the subject of my new show. Is that a cock in your pocket or are you just here to kill me? And it's... it's
tell us about that.
It's about all the craziness that happened after I got naked on television and some people said they would do a murder on me with a gun. It's got really weird.
People be saying really horrible things.
Yeah. And throwing the grammar out the window. Murdered me with a gun, they said they'd do.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Not to downplay it, but if someone says they're going to murder you with the gun,
Yeah.
it feels like maybe
It's not going to happen. Also, here's the thing.
they don't know their way around a gun.
To keep it, it's a funny show. I will
Yeah.
preface it. It's about those threats, but it's a funny show. If anyone ever says they're going to murder you, they're probably not going to do it, right? Because watch your back is not something a professional assassin has ever said in the
No,
history of
that's
professional
true.
assassinations.
Yeah.
Why make it harder for yourself? But it's still scary the first time it happens. So that's what I've done. I've turned it into a joyful show, silly little show, pointing out all the silly hypocrisies of what happens when someone says they're going to murder you with a gun, which is why it's got a bit of a cowboy feel to it.
Yeah.
I really like the title.
It's a great
The
title.
title's incredible.
Okay. Thanks. Is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you just pleased to see me? No. Is that a cock in your pocket? Or are you just here to kill me? 19th to the 31st of May.
Get into
Soho
it.
Theatre.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Soho Theatre and then Edinburgh.
And then Edinburgh. And then probably Melbourne. And then probably all the other countries and cities. No, back it off. All the other cities in the UK. Some countries.
Lovely.
I'm not going to do the
Love that.
world.
No. Well, you could do.
I'm not going to
Global
go to
tour.
any countries with guns.
No.
We don't have them here.
That's true.
Which is why those threats are even more unusual.
Yeah, murder you with a gun. Yeah, I do. I think you're right. Maybe the sting is taken out. If there's
With
the
a gun?
death threat,
All right. You haven't got any.
unless you're a farmer. Which
Fist of all these
but
farmers.
I can imagine a farmer is sort of like ploughing his fields.
Yeah,
he's got stuff
he's
to
too
do.
busy.
He's too
in this
busy.
economy. He's not
Come on.
murdering people off the
He's
television.
out there. Yeah.
He's harvesting his potatoes. Imagine
Yeah.
me randomly just annoying farmers like Alan Partridge.
Yeah.
I feel like farmers are famously busy.
They are
up early,
hard-working people.
in bed late, probably in bed too late to even see you on the TV.
Yeah, they're
or
werewolves.
too early.
They're werewolves.
They're werewolves.
Well, every farmer is a werewolf.
Yeah,
Don't ask a
exactly
farmer
that.
if they're, how are they? They'll never stop answering you.
That's it. Let's show you their field. How do you think I am? Yeah. How do you think it's going? Look at them crops. How do you think it's going?
Yeah.
Up to my ears in potatoes.
Yeah, I am. Do you remember that expression as a kid? You got potatoes in your ears if you weren't listening properly.
No?
Yeah, my mum used to say. When I'm now realizing in real time, maybe it was just my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got potatoes growing in your ears or something. If you didn't hear, like come down here and hoover or whatever, and you're like,
Yeah.
what, have you got potatoes in your ears? If you don't come straight away.
Oh, nice.
I think that was just your mum.
Yeah,
Our mum would-
she was a farmer.
Makes sense.
She had potatoes in her ears. I think our mum wouldn't have graced us with a funny expression like that.
What would you have got?
She would have said, "Come down now."
now.
Yeah,
Interesting.
now. Our mum could really go, just say our names and really put
And it was
the
that
fear
she-
of God in us.
How long have
also-
you two been related?
We have been related
27
27 years.
Wow,
Almost 28.
Almost 28, yeah. Next month.
anniversary coming up.
Coming
Yeah,
up.
The anniversary would be your birthday.
It would be.
Yeah, mathematically speaking.
Making me a Gemini.
A Gemini.
Yeah.
You're a Gemini. You got hegemony.
Yeah.
What are you?
Aquarius.
I'm a Capricorn. I don't know what any of those three things mean.
So you
Capricorn is
February?
January.
I'm January, baby.
January.
11th.
Oh,
I'm
like
goat.
before. Yeah.
My
Oh,
girlfriend
nice.
is a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What?
No, you know when you're suddenly like,
Is she?
I'm giving away
Is she?
some
Yeah.
information. Oh, right. Okay.
someone asked me when
Are you
her
gonna find
birthday
her?
was the other day, and I know exactly when it is. And I
When is it?
literally, it's January 16th.
Ah.
What is some of the best advice you've ever been given? We like advice. We think
Yeah,
stay
we do.
hydrated is a good piece of advice.
It's a great piece of advice, a great podcast, and a great piece of advice.
Thank you.
Best piece of advice I ever got. Right. So when you are a comedian, as you know, like, and most of our life is spent gearing up for these big month-long sort of fringes and festivals. So this applies to everybody that's like doing something for a really long time away from home. Like, you ask for advice and people say, be yourself, or try to have a nice time, or it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I'm like, I can't take any of that advice to the bank. That's all just platitudes. I can't get involved with any of that. Thank you for saying it, but it means nothing. Very non-committal.
Right.
The best piece of advice I've ever gotten was from a comedian called Rich Wilson, and he said, just eat a bag of spinach every day, because it's iron for your blood. And if you're doing something every day, and you wouldn't think to do it, and who eats a bag of spinach apart from Popeye?
Yeah.
And
It's
that
working
was the
out
best
really well
advice
for
ever.
him.
Really, yeah. Big
Yeah,
arms,
jacked.
little tattoos, little mum tattoo, little anchor tattoo. Those
Yeah.
don't come with the spinach, but once you've got more real estate to put tattoos on,
Exactly.
fill it with whatever you want.
Attracting ladies like olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
With a great name.
Great name.
And little side, like flattened down, sleek down hair.
Yeah.
Like a little alfalfa.
Yeah.
Oh, olive oil. I want to be olive oil. Oh, Popeye. Oh my God, I just remembered that. So eat a bag of spinach every day is the best advice I ever received. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that is kind of along the same line as stay hydrated.
It is. But
Yeah.
it's less PR than water. Water's got great PR at the moment.
Yeah. It's
It does.
really good.
Making sure you eat some leafy green in a high energied time of your life where you have to be up, you have to be on, you have to be performing, is a great piece of advice.
Is it cruciferous vegetables? Is that the word for it? Eat some cruciferous vegetables with folic acid.
Come on.
Just say words. Honestly,
believe
just say
you.
words.
Yeah. You
Who
could
gives
have
a fuck?
just made that word up in your head.
And I did. Yeah. Cruciferous vegetables.
it-
No, I think you're right though.
Yeah, something that's dark green. Dark green is good for you.
It's cypress something. Yeah.
Anything ciferous is good. Luciferous, to be like devil-like, but also lit up. I think luciferous, like the flames of hell. Luciferous. Ooh. It's really, really good. Don't be that. Don't do that.
No.
Don't worship the devil. Do have dark green leaves. Water, you're right, is a lot more popular. Water,
Yeah.
it literally comes out of the sky.
It really
does.
does.
Leafy greens. Oh, God, where's there's nothing in here. There's
Nothing.
not a colour to be seen.
No, we could have maybe projected some animation. Maybe here in the edit, There's now leafy greens.
You know what would be even funnier than doing it would be not doing it. Just here.
Look at us.
Wow.
You can even smell them. Okay, I would like some advice.
Okay.
Or just to see what you do. After I did Edinburgh last year, I did the full month. It was like, it was a big room. It was my come down from it. I've never been, it was the best time ever, but everyone kept saying, how's Edinburgh? And I was like, annoyingly, the word at the top of my list of how Edinburgh was, I'm tired. And how I'm interested for someone like you who's got this huge show, very energetic, in front of big audiences, you took it everywhere, you're going to do it again. How do you find home? How do you come back? How do you recharge after?
That's an amazing question, because like at the beginning, I am a person. Tell me if you think this of yourselves, or if you'd agree. I'm a person that is fueled by other people's excitement and praise.
Okay.
So like if someone says it's going well, I'm like, is it? And then my little tail's wagging. I'm like, okay, yeah, keep doing it. So I'll do that forever. And as soon as it starts to get ubiquitous, like I did it so many times that. Right, so people, after the first show, I'm very lucky to be able to say people would come up and shake me and say, amazing, oh, amazing. I'm like, really? After it's been seen a bunch, people will come up and say, you know what, that was really good. And I'm like, fuck you. Really good? What does that mean? Yeah. So there's something about keeping things fresh. I guess doing something for a month at a time. You are kind of committed to doing that show. Are you going up this year? I'm
doing 2 weeks this year of a work in progress.
What's the name of the show?
Just Work in Progress.
Just Work in Progress is a great name.
Because aren't we all, in some respects?
At all times. You're so right. We really are.
Works in progress.
So I think keeping things fresh. A comedian once said that comedy is a bit like a fruit, and it's ripening, and then it gets ripe, and then it can just sort of start to turn and spoil, and you don't really want to be doing it still when it's that. I don't know, like a Vegas residency. Can you imagine being a comedian in Las Vegas and having to do the same jokes just day on day on day on week on month on year? Nah, keep it fresh. Yeah. So I think my advice is move on. Move on. You haven't even started yet.
And that's what I have doing. Because I was doing some material from last year at the start of this year. And I was like, I don't know if I enjoy doing. I was like having this bit of a moment. I was like, I don't know if I enjoy this anymore. And then my friend just went, you need to write some new stuff. And I was like, and I did, and it was great.
And that's also carries on into life. Just mix it up and change it a little bit. Yeah. Maybe you've been married for 12 years. Get a divorce. Get marry someone else.
Move on.
Or if you haven't been married at all, marry someone. Yeah. Nice being married.
Try it.
Do that. I love being married.
You love being married?
I love being married. I'm in an open relationship, so I love being married, but also other things as well. Other people. Yeah, it's great. Do that. If you don't eat enough cruciferous vegetables, get them down your gob hole. Drink water. Always do that. Don't stop
fuck
doing
around
that.
With that. Yeah.
That's the whole point of this exchange.
Yeah.
See through. And I hate giving advice that's like really broad and big, because you think it sounds great. Like if you say to someone like, be yourself, you're like, oh, that's nice. What if they're a serial killer? Don't be yourself.
Right.
Stop being that thing that you are.
Acknowledge yourself.
And
maybe
change for other people's expectations. Yeah. I think the best advice for anyone is don't bury all of your own happiness underneath somebody else's mild discomfort. People are allowed to be a little bit uncomfortable if it means that you can live authentically and free for your entire life. Wow. Don't hide behind someone else's I'm not sure. That's fine. You're allowed to be unsure about it. I'm going to live though. I'm going to live and be a person.
Yeah. I kind of need to do that. Yeah? I kind of need to keep living.
What have you, do you feel like you got something buried under something? What needs to be unburied? Let's unbury it now.
I think I have done a lot of growth. I don't drink anymore because I was drinking too much. I came out as gay quite young, despite really struggling with that. Mm-hmm. And in the last few years, I've kind of been there's still kind of some more stuff to figure out. And I've been I'm going to leave that to my 30s.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't keep...
I think you have had a pretty good couple years.
I can't keep self-reflecting. Yeah. No, and I feel I'm at a good place, and I'm going to go, hey, I'm going to hit therapy really hard. I'm going to figure out what makes me tick in 3 years.
Okay. Yeah, because excavating constantly, it's like throwing up air.
I'm-
At a certain point, you've got to let something build up in there.
Exactly. I need a break, Jordan. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
This is cool.
Thank you for saying that.
You're
But I
like,
will
finally.
get there. I will get there. I'm going to call you in 4 years and be like, it was gender stuff.
Cool.
Or like, it was,
Nice.
I'm actually pan. I'm not,
Yeah.
just to be clear.
Yeah.
But
For 4 years to find out.
God, it would be crazy if I started being attracted to men again. But I don't think it will happen.
Sure.
That would be
That would be a turn
that would be a turn of the century.
Yeah.
What if
That
it
would-
turns out that water makes you straight and this whole podcast has just been all about that? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Imagine if both of us.
It just.
That would be crazy.
I'll come back with like a full beard. Like, what were we doing?
Yeah, at the start of season 5 or whatever, like. hey
2029
guys.
check-in.
Yeah.
Everything's changed.
Whoa.
Water, everything's fine again.
Crazy.
That would be nuts.
Yeah.
I just did this filming for Channel 4 and we were watching a documentary called Virgin Island, which by the time this comes out, I'm sure everyone will be able to watch it. So it's a group of 22 to 30-year-old virgins and they've come to a sort of retreat with some intimacy specialists and some like therapists and everything to like get the...
I just got the title. Great.
And they get the knowledge and they break down barriers in order to go out back into their lives and be able to
Do
have sex
with
if they would like
people.
to.
Yeah. Consensually
The
with
point
people.
of this is they have a demonstration from one of the therapists of the genitals of the opposite sex who they will hope to have sex with eventually.
A therapist stands there and
A
says,
therapist stands
this
there
is
and
what
goes,
you're interested
this
in.
is, yeah, you
Okay.
haven't seen one of these yet in real life.
In real life,
This is
okay.
what...
Wow, okay.
And the whole point of this is you saying if I was going to turn out as straight, I honestly have no idea what
You would need to go.
I
Right.
truly have zero concept of what a vagina is.
No. Chris, I think, like kissed a girl one time.
And she's still one of my best friends. Shout out Charlotte Cooper.
That is the most proof you ever need. That's so sweet.
You are a queen of my life. We kissed and I did go, I can't give you what you need from me.
Yeah.
And you can't give me what I need from
That's
you.
so sweet.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to think that on the Virgin Islands, the television show, what's coming out,
Yeah.
that they would also diversify the genital situation. Because I only just realised, even as a transgender woman, I was like, something
Hold
about
up.
this doesn't make sense. I was like, oh no, definitely have a lady with a willy as well.
Yes.
And a man with a vagina.
Yeah,
I think
it
that-
was quite,
I don't
Binary,
think they've
which
thought
is a
about
shame.
that much. Yeah.
yeah.
Next time.
But yeah, it was season 1.
Let them find their feet.
Exactly. Talking of television, another
yeah.
smooth segue. You have a television show coming out.
Yes.
24th of June?
It is on the 24th of June. When does this come out?
Before.
Before that, I do have a television show coming out on June 24th. The title of that show is Transaction, and that is a title that was crowbarred onto it by an executive. I did not think of that title. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's a show about, I play a supermarket employee who is transgender, who is hired as an affirmative action hire, but then turns out to be a nightmare, but they can't fire her now. Because that'd be even worse.
That'd be worse.
So now I live in this supermarket night shift. So
Yeah.
I'm set in the supermarket night shift. My boss is played by Nick Frost, and that was a treat and a joy. He's proper funny. He's so funny in it. And I just spend my time sort of manipulating people, but in a lovable way. I feel like she's a bit of a Jack Sparrow.
Very that.
Yeah.
A lovable rogue.
A lovable rogue. But she just wants a family. That's the thing. Oh, I think she's a lone wolf. No. She just wants to be part of a pack. She spent the last 6 months on her best friend's couch, and now she's got to get a job. That's why she's got the job.
Yeah.
She pay rent. But she doesn't want to pay rent because she's, I'm saving money for the old gender realignment surgery. Is she though? Or don't know. Maybe that was just a lie.
Yeah.
She's just manipulative, and it's the most fun, and it's spent so long to make it, and it's just filled with the best people. And it's proper funny. And I like to think it's sort of Community, the show,
Yep.
in a supermarket, or like 30 Rock. If anyone remembers those old Thursday night NBC lineups, I want to say NBC, Parks and Rec, The Office, 30 Rock and Community. It's got that feel to it,
Yeah.
but it's British, very British and very colourful.
Very colourful.
Have you seen it?
We've seen episode 1.
Did you like the episode 1?
We loved the episode 1.
We loved it so much.
So I love hearing you talk about it because I feel the joy is radiating from you as you talk about it. And it's so exciting. And I think getting anything made does take a long time, and it's so many loopholes. So that's just so exciting.
It's coming out now. Imagine it coming out now with all the craziness that's going on for transgender people. And they were like, here's a charming little sitcom on ITV. Good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I did also go, Nick Frost!
Yeah.
So, yeah. I love him.
He's
and Chris
such
was
a
like,
sweetheart.
Hey,
Yeah.
take a breath.
Yeah.
He embodied it. Like, he was sat in the corner on every set with his script, and I walk up and he's making like millions of notes, and I think in his mind he's like, so this is where I'm going to do a little twist here, and I'm going to pull back, and he's like really, really thought about it. They're all incredible. Fran Mills as Millie, Kaylee McHale as Beefy Linda, Thomas Gray, no relation, as my friend Tom. He's just got the same name because I just wanted to call him the same thing.
The same name twice also. Gray, but then also Tom. Did you say Tom plays?
Tom Gray, yeah. So we're oh no, I can't remember his surname. Oh, he's called Thomas Rice because he's really bland and white. He's a little
love
nerd,
Rice.
plays a nerd in it. And then there's guest stars, Stu McKeegan's in it.
Amazing.
It's just great.
That's
man.
incredible.
I love it so much. Like, because I'm just really proud of it. It came out great. It's so charming. It's the kind of thing like, I finished watching Schitt's Creek and I was like, I need that warmth in my life again. I want to fall in love with some characters that are all basically in the same place every week.
Yeah.
I was like, I know, I'll do it myself.
I'll make it myself.
Make it myself.
And it does have so much heart, even in that first episode, the relationship with Olivia and Thomas, her best friend.
Yeah.
I think already you know that there's going to be such a nice bond and journey for those two.
Thank you. Yeah.
How similar is Jordan to Olivia?
I like to say that when you're transgender, you get put on such a pedestal that if you had no self-awareness, you'd think the universe did revolve around you, literally, because it's all anyone seems to be talking about. So Liv's just me with no self-awareness. Like she thinks, well, everyone seems to be talking about this, so I must be really important. And that's if I didn't. I'm so lucky I'm in this industry where there's like you're getting judged all the time. So I'm like, I keep a bit of a handle on myself. But if you worked in a supermarket, I'd probably be a nightmare. Watch Transaction on ITVX.
And it does have that kind of talking about. It does have like a bit of a. There's like sort of special effects. There's a bit of like an edge to it. A little bit dark, a little bit like wacky. I'm going to use that word.
Yeah, it's set at the night shift.
Yeah.
So you never see a customer ever, as far as I know.
That's
'Cause
so brilliant.
I love it because it's like that's when things get weird. It's when they're restacking the shelves. You think, what's the show about people restacking the shelves? Oh, I'll tell you what a show is about restacking the shelves called Transaction on ITVX. But it's like things get weird and woozy on a night shift. Have you ever worked retail or night shifts?
I used to work night shifts in a vet hospital.
Vet hospital?
And that is when that's when we're cutting each other's hair and...
Yeah.
You're doing what?
And we used to do like races, like on the wheelie chairs.
Not with the animals.
Not with the animals. Never with the animals,
animals.
but with each other.
Okay.
And yeah, I did almost like go through a window. It was so much fun. It
Because
was
you've got to
amazing.
make your own fun, but also it doesn't seem weird at 1 a.m. It'd be weird at 12 in the afternoon. But 1 a.m, you're like, well, no one's here, and like
it's just
and
twilight
you've been
hour.
together for Twilight Hour. It's Twilight Hour. That's why the show's got a bit of a kooky wacky feel because everyone's feeling a little bit psychedelic, and we go off into some very weird directions. We do some homages to like cinema. There's like a noir episode. There's a sci-fi spoofy episode.
Oh,
I'm well
noir
into it.
episode.
I can't express how happy I am that it worked. That it's come out funny, but I hope you like it.
I'm sure
I'm excited
we will.
for the noir episode. That sounds amazing.
Episode 3, baby.
Episode 3.
Not long to wait.
Yeah. And how you're obviously very involved in the writing process.
Indubitably.
Yes.
I don't actually know what that word means.
But again,
Just say it.
Spoken to doubly. Are you? That was another made-up word. Did you get? Was it like? Did you write it all yourself? Did you have?
I wrote
contributors.
I wrote the show and the arc of the show, and then there's 6 episodes. I wrote 5 of them, and there's a guest writer on episode 2, Sarah Page, wrote
Amazing.
episode 2. And yeah, it's ultimately like it's just I'm working with great execs. Ben Worsfield, this guy he's an amazing exec that's been across the process since we made this short form series for Comedy Central, and like. Yeah, a lot of this job, anyone in this industry that wants to make TV, a lot of the job is to have an idea and then hold on to it so for dear life while people with lots of money, bless them, try to get you to change it in ways that they think will help the process. They're not wrong a lot of the time. Sometimes they are though. And you have to hold your ground and be like, no, I really don't think it should have a talking dog in it just because people like dogs.
Yeah.
That is not something ITV told me. But yeah, just karate chopping away people that say maybe we should cut off the sharp edges. No, people like a sharp edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. How else do we shave?
exactly
that is the advice that I would like.
How would we cut bread without a sharp edge?
Never.
We'd
just
be tearing it with our teeth. Sharp teeth.
Sharp teeth. Werewolf. Yeah.
Plastic teeth to eat sweets.
Yep.
It's a lot of callbacks.
The callbacks in the show.
You might have been thinking this episode had no through line, but everything has led to this.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, we need to wrap up. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So excited about Transaction. It comes out on the 24th of June on ITV.
It does.
And the new show.
Is that a cock in your pocket, or are you just here to kill me at the Edinburgh Fringe this year?
This year. Do not miss. And honestly, if it's a bird, if you haven't seen it, stream it. It was such a masterclass.
Thank you.
I adored it. And then I took... I went to see it the second time, and you're truly magic. And it was such a masterclass for a new comedian seeing something that was like a real defining show. I thought that Fringe and beyond. So
thank you so much. What a bloody lovely podcast, and it was already bloody lovely before that barrage of compliments.
But
thank you so much. That's very kind. That's very kind of you.
Truly, everyone go stream it, and where can people find you online as well?
At Tall Dark Friend is my social media, because that was my pop singer name for 10 years. I was Tall Dark Friend, and I don't know how to change it.
No, keep it. And
it's on all my business cards.
Stream.
Go and find that music.
Yeah.
Thank you again for being here.
Thank you so
have
much
a wonderful rest of your day. And Elizabeth, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Christopher.
You're welcome, all of you. Love you both so much.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you so much for listening. This has been Stay Hydrated. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Just before bed is good for your head. What you gonna do? Stay hydrated. Stay